If the current president, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, was one of these days to join his ancestors at around 9 a.m., his deputy Rigathi Gachagua will be swearing to protect the constitution koso 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 by 12 p.m. That very day. They will not even wait for the next day. There is a time thinking or even imagining the death of a president was a treasonous offense in this country. We have really come from far. Hi everyone. The biggest mistake that we make as employees, according to me, is that we overvalue ourselves. From my experience and the experience of others, I have come to realize that in the eyes of our bosses or our employers, we are completely valueless and 100% dispensable. We tend to imagine and tell and convince ourselves that we are so important that that company, school, organization, church, circle, bank, county, business, hotel, ministry, or even the country cannot function properly or cannot function at all without us. That the moment we leave, that company shall come crumbling down.
No, it can't be true. We are very, very important for them.
To put it more bluntly, our value at our workplaces is zero. Nada. And to prove this was right, our replacements are always a call away. But in most of the cases, they are not even a call away. They are right there with us, our colleagues. I am a teacher, and I now know, and I have even told my students that if I was not to go to school, either because I have had an accident, I'm hospitalized, I have been transferred, interdicted, sacked, or even died, they will not miss even a single lesson. I shall be replaced instantly. I repeat, instantly. At the principal's office, there are tens, if not hundreds of CVs that have been dropped by young, energetic, hot-blooded individuals fresh from college and others waiting to graduate who are ready to go a kilometer where I have trouble making a 1 meter step. And even if my replacement shall take some time before reporting, my colleague teachers shall have reorganized themselves to take up my lessons, ensuring that no vacuum is left and that my absence is not felt at all. This is the sad reality for all the positions in this world. I mean all of them, including the topmost position in this country, the presidency. If the current president, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, was one of these days to join his ancestors at around 9 a.m., his deputy Rigathi Gachagua will be swearing to protect the constitution koso 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 by 12 p.m. That very day. They will not even wait for the next day. There is a time thinking or even imagining the death of a president was a treasonous offense in this country. We have really come from far. The same fate, of course, applies to all other smaller offices of a bank manager, a county director of education, a minister, a chief, an OCS in a police station somewhere, a chairman of a certain group somewhere, among others. On the day that you shall not be available in that office, someone else shall occupy it that very morning. This, of course, does not mean that we should not give our best in our different capacities. Of course, we should always strive to leave our workplaces better than we found them, as it is normally said. But we should never allow ourselves to be delusioned of our irreplaceability or our indispensability. Sure enough, the person coming to replace you may not be as competent as you. He or she may not be as charismatic, visionary, goal-oriented, a people's person, an understanding, transformative, and compassionate leader like you. But he or she is your replacement nevertheless. As a matter of fact, the school, organization, church, group, bank, company, football club, circle, or even a country may not progress very well, or may even retrogress, like the Starehe Boys Center. But the bottom line is that you have been replaced. In the end, as many people have come to realize, and I'm so happy because of this realization, it is only your family that may feel the real impact when you're no more, and for a very long time. Your parents, your children, your siblings, your relatives shall continue to mourn and feel your absence, perhaps until they join you in the afterlife. To them, you are completely irreplaceable. Look at it this way. My mother can never have another son like me, currently because of her age. But even if by miracle or something she may have another son, it will not be me. it will be my little brother. And so, I am completely irreplaceable in her eyes. Your husband, your wife, may for sure get your replacement once you are gone, because after all, our vows are until death do us part. But the impact of that loss shall still be felt at 100%, while that at your workplace can barely go beyond 10%. But why does it appear as if our workplaces do not care about us, even when we have made very big sacrifices and perhaps transformed them? The answer is simple. It is because of the public's or the people's interest. The public does not care about you at all. I repeat, the public does not care about you at all. Let's consider a few examples so that you can understand this concept very well. When you take your child to school, you don't know the chemistry teacher, you don't know the history teacher. All you care about is that your child is being taught those subjects by whoever it is that is supposed to teach them. And so if your child comes to you one evening and tells you that we have not been learning chemistry for the past 1 week, you shall be concerned and you shall call the school. You don't expect the principal or the head teacher to tell you that, that teacher was transferred, that teacher was sick, is hospitalized, that teacher was interdicted. You don't care about that. All you care about is that your child is being taught what they're supposed to be taught. And so the principal or the boss in that school has an obligation to ensure that the children are being taught whatever they're supposed to be taught. And even if they would really care about you, even if they really wanted to care about you and to show a lot of concern about you, they are not in a position to do that because of the public's interest, because the public does not care about you. If you walk to the SGR or to the airport and you want to travel to Mombasa perhaps, you cannot expect to be told that the driver of the SGR had an accident yesterday. The pilot of this aeroplane has died and therefore you cannot travel. What the hell are you telling me? I need to travel and I need to travel now. It is at night, it is at 9 p.m. and I'm watching Citizen TV. I need to watch the news. I don't care about who is bringing the news, whether it is Jeff Koinange, Sam Gituku, or any other person. All I care is that I need to listen to the news. And so, whether Jeff Koinange is having some diarrhea somewhere, whether he has been hospitalized, or whether he has even died, we may for sure miss him. We may for sure miss his big, voluminous voice. But we need the news. And so because of the public's interest, we are completely valueless. Our value is zero. Our value is nada. Not because our institutions, our organizations don't care about us. It is because the public does not care about us. The public does not give a damn about us. I normally tell my students that if there is any conflict between my job and my family takes precedence any day, any time. If my son is sick, if my daughter is not feeling well, the very first thing, that very morning, I shall take them to the hospital. Even if I was supposed to have a lesson at 8 a.m., I shall be at the hospital attending my daughter, attending my son, attending my wife. Because this school does not care about me, but my family cares about me. And the reason for that is simple. These students of mine don't care about me at all. All they care about is that they are being taught by whoever it is that is supposed to teach them. They don't care about me. They don't care about you as the teacher. And so, I cannot give them priority over the people who really care, over the people that I really care about. I shall attend my family first. And only when my family is safe, only when my family is good, I can now come back and start teaching them. And so don't take things personal. It is never about you. It is always about the office that you hold. It is always about the public's interest. If you were to work in an office somewhere and you need some forms to be signed, you don't expect to be told that the person who is holding that office has been hospitalized. The person has been transferred. The person died yesterday. So what? I don't care about them. I don't know them. I don't know their names. I don't know their families. I don't know where they come from. All I need is that this form should be signed, and it should be signed today. And so, that office must find somebody else to replace you. So it is never about you. It has always been about the office that you hold, nothing personal. And so you should always think about the people who think about you, the people who really matter to you, the people who feel that your impact, the real you, not the office that you hold. Anytime there is a conflict, what you call an approach conflict, I mean, you need to go to your job and you need to attend to your family. You should always give your family the first priority, any day, any time. Not because you really don't care about your workplace, not because you don't care about the people you're supposed to serve, but it's because the people you're serving don't care about you. They have never cared about you. All they need are services, regardless of who is offering those services. Please set your priorities right and don't overvalue yourselves. Don't think that you are irreplaceable. Don't think that you are indispensable. Don't ever dare think that that company that you serve, that company where you work, can come crumbling down the moment you walk out. That company shall continue to be there. That school, that organization, that church, that country, that county shall continue to exist long after you've gone. Thank you so much. I'm out.